What's going on, everybody? I am Claude. This is Claude Manufacturing. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to start this class now every Thursday with the process. All the other extras are going to be sporadic and spontaneous, but the process I'm going to stick to every Thursday, and I'm going to try to change out the processes and keep her going. But one thing I will say is it does help if I get your support through Patreon, man. I mean, that's going to give me more motivation, obviously, because I am doing this for free. I want to thank my Patreon members. I really appreciate it. I got a couple, and you guys are awesome, man. I just want to have my heart out to you guys and all my subscribers as well. You guys are next on the list. You guys at least give me some motivation to see people are out there who actually appreciate free manufacturing and process stuff. I really appreciate it, guys. So let's go into the process here. Okay, today we're going to go right into the first operation. We're going to complete the first operation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into tool paths. Now we're going to go to machine, mill, and then you can go to your manage list. But I'm just going to hit OK on my default. Okay, and that's just going to give me my default, whatever frickin' student edition gives you. Now I want to go into my levels. I want to see where my stock is. Okay. I see that name isn't right. Okay, we just double click it. Okay, so you just come in here, double click it. Stock size. All right. Fix that problem. Okay, moving forward, I'm really getting nowhere today. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to face the top of that off because we made it 20 thou lower. Okay, so we're going to go into tool paths. We're going to go into tool paths, and I clicked on my tool path. And what we're going to do, we're going to hit Alt F1. Alt 1, Alt F1. That'll give us our top view. I'm going to go to Toolpath, Face. So you move that thing out of the way like that. So this is all a brand new thing for me. I just downloaded this software not that long ago. Okay, C-plane. We're already on C-plane. And I don't want that chain. Okay, so I'm going to hit the red button right there. All right, see how I did that? I clicked, oh, I don't want that. I'm going to click that. Now I'm going to click the correct chain, which is the outside chain. Green check. Tool. Tool library selection. And of course, I don't have my anything routed in here. I have this fancy tool holder thing here. It's aluminum. I'm going to go into my filters. If you want to get my tool libraries and all that stuff, that is available on Patreon. So you can just click and follow right through everything with me. But there are only a couple members on that, so my hat's off to them. So here's my face mill. Everything's already gone. Good to go. And in the comments, I'm going to put face mill. Yeah, whatever. Zigzag. You want zigzag? Okay. You want high-speed loops? Even number of passes? No. Why do we need an even number of passes? Okay. And stock to leave on floor, 0. Depth cuts if you want them. We'll get to that. Don't worry about anything. Clearance, we want that on 1 inch. We want this 0.1. 0.1. This one's going to be 0 because it's top of stock. And that's going to be 0 because it's top of stock. Now make sure all these are absolute. Click all these absolute. Now when you get to this point, hit this save icon right there. Now you don't got to go through all that crap again. You just got to change a couple of things. Let's make sure our coolant's on though, hey. Turn that on. Now I'll save it again. There you go. So now we have a nice on-off fancy little toolpath thing. Look at that. Pretty cool. So now we're going to go into the contour. I just select the contour. I'm in toolpaths. Now I want the contour of the part. So I'm going to hit levels. I turn this off. I want just the wireframe on. We can have the solid on too, why not? Now, we have a problem here. I can't grab anything. We need to make a dang, we have an issue. Okay. Okay, I don't want to keep it. All right, I don't want to keep the toolpath. I'm going to come in here to my levels. I'll go op 10. So I'm going to call this new level 10. I'm going to hit tab. And the name's going to be op 10 toolpaths. Oh. Now you're going to grab these. You need to make, see what we're doing? Just you're going to grab this arc here, and this back ledge here, I believe, is what you want. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going through this with you guys too. You know, this is not premeditated, by the way. Oh, we're just going to copy that. Let's do this here. Let's do this. Oh, now look at this. We got all the, now I'm going to click wireframe wire, and I'm just going to go connect these two. Now I'm going to hit Alt 1. And I'm just going to make this a straight line all the way back. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know. So then this line here, I'm going to go like that and extend that. And now I have one full line in there. I'm going to go in here and delete these two. See, so now I just have one. I did that very fast. Now go to divide, Control Z, hit 2D, boom, 2D, hit divide again. Okay, now the reason why we had this go back to 3D. Now if we turn that sideways, man, what are we going to do, man? No way. Hit Alt 1, grab everything, transform, project, move, green check, clear colors. Good luck keeping up with that. Pause, rewind, pause, rewind. You know, there's nothing wrong with pausing it and rewinding it. You know, other people are getting it, others aren't. So I'm going at my pace. Sorry, I blew up. So now we turn these two on. Now you'll see that you'll have this projected thing up on the top here. And that's going to be our toolpath for our contour around the profile of the part. I just hit C-plane and I grab that line. Now I'm going to come into my tool library. I'm going to grab a 1/2 inch end mill. Look at this. All I got to do is come in here and go, oh, 1/2 inch finisher. Oh, look at that. Everything's already there. Oh, what about the holder, though? Oh, the holder's a 1/2 inch side lock because I'm a Patreon member. All right, so now we're going to turn that to 2D. Make sure everything's like you see it here. Lead in, lead out. 100% is awfully drastic. We'll keep it on 100%, though. Okay, we want to do one multi-pass. So it's going to be 0 or 1 0 1 0. Okay. Now what we're going to do, go up to that lead in, lead out, and we're going to hit these two right here. Enter on first depth of cut, enter on last depth of cut only. Keep tool down. Linking parameters. See how these are all like we set them there. Okay. We're going to go to our depth. I just selected depth, and I hit the bottom of this part. 625. Let's go to 640. You know, why not? Let's make sure that coolant's on. Go ahead and save this one now. See how I'm just, you only got to save them, you know, like I'm doing the default save. You only got to do that when you're changing a lot of shit that you don't want to change. You know, don't change that unless you're comfortable changing that. That's not something that you just want to change like I'm changing. You need to understand why you're changing it. Anyway, bleh, what an asshole. Let's do this. Okay, so now I'm going to go tool paths. So this is what we got. It's going to be, we can turn the holder off. See how it just went straight through? 2 passes. Let's watch that again. See, it's not going to leave a witness line. Shoom. Shoom. You know, and another way to reinsure no witness line is to go in and lead it, uncheck that. So now you're double, it's leading in and out on a, dang it, hit the wrong button. It's leading in and out on the end, on a radius, so on an arc, and that's going to eliminate everything. See that? That's how you're going to want that toolpath. So, let's go ahead and I'm going to save it at this point. Now, I'm going to go into my levels, turn my stock size on, toolpaths off. Go into my toolpaths, drop this button down, stock setup, all entities. And I turn my display off because I don't like the red lines everywhere. Okay? You can also turn your display off by right here, toolpath, stock display. Now, let's turn that stock size off. Go to toolpaths, select group. Now select this verified selection. Now it's going to have your exact stock and everything that you need. Color loop. Let's turn that on. I like the color loop. Go ahead, turn your precision all the way up. You'll be just fine. And there, now you can verify what you did. Well, how do you know if you did it right? You're going to go to compare. You're going to hit the little up and down arrow. And then you're going to see the top green and the sides green. See that? Now you know you finished all that stuff. See how that is? And then see how mine are 1 thou increments? To change that, hit this little measuring stick. Type in 1 thou here. Hit OK. Drop down arrow. Hit save to defaults. Make sure that check mark's on. Hit file. Defaults. Save to default. And then when you do that, it's going to come up like this. Just hit save, man. Hit save. Them are your defaults in your computer. All right? Don't worry about it. If anybody else wants to change it, they don't know what they're doing. Because this is the way it needs to be. All right. So now, we got all that done. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do? So what I want to do is I want to figure out what end mill is going to fit in here. You know, in this little rib here. No, that's not what I'm going to do. That's goofy as hell. Anyway, so I'm going to go drafting, smart dimension. I'm going to grab that corner, and I'm going to grab that line, and I'm going to hit H for horizontal. So it's an 1/8 inch end mill will fit through there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I already have this in the pot. And grab this, grab this, grab this. Hit my levels, op 10. I'm going to copy that. Turn my other levels off. Okay, now I want to connect these. How am I going to do that? Wireframe. Modify length by 100 thou. Okay, click it a couple times. Green check, divide. You're going to divide it so it looks like that. All right. So now we're going to go back to the levels. Turn this. We're already on the levels. Okay. Now we're going to go simply toolpaths, and let's see how much stuff we got to cut. You know, smart dimension. Grab that line. That line. We got to cut 400 thou. Okay. No. Well, how deep do we got to cut? Hit point. Grab that point. 215 thou deep. See how I did that? That's how I did that. And if you accidentally click, green check, Control Z, Control Z. All right, so now I think we're running out of time as far as this video is going. What we're going to do is I'm just going to do this little rough out path here. We're going to go Tool, Toolpath, Contour, and then we're going to go to Levels. We're just going to grab these two. We want to be on the tool needs to be on the left side of that. Left side of that. Okay. We're going to have a 2D toolpath. Lead in, lead out. I'm going to keep everything the same, except these multi-passes. I'm going to go 5. Why not just 5? I know I could do less. And then I'm going to do 5 at 0.1. All right, and then I don't want to finish this either. I want to finish it with that 1/8 inch, right? But I am going to finish the floors, you know, and if you don't like that, then you don't have to do it that way. I don't know. Top of stock, 0. We're going 215 deep. Okay, see, I already see things that I don't like in there. It's a big, giant lead in, lead out. It's unnecessary, all right? How do we change that? Go to your toolpaths, contour, lead in, lead out, make it 100 thou, 0.1, tab, 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 0.1. We're going to turn these off because we don't want them on. And we're going to extend it a little bit. Let's extend it by 250. Okay? And we're going to hit that over arrow. Let's just see where this gets us. Oh, what on earth is that? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, what we got here is too many multi-passes. How do we change that? Well, this is what we do. We can change this number to 200 thou. and divide that number in half, which is roughly 3. Okay, it's still giving us really goofy paths. What do you do? This is what you really want to do, okay? Because this is gonna always win every time. So you're gonna do this. I'm just making these boxes. Going straight, I'm going straight. Whoop. I'm gonna divide, delete. Okay, we want to save this path in here. I'm going to show you how to change that. You go to your tool paths and then go to your dynamic. Stay inside, machine regions. Bam, bam. Okay, and then you're going to go to air regions and you're going to grab them outside chains. These 2 outside lines. Just like that. Tool. I don't want to use a face mill. I'm going to use that 1/2 inch end mill, 25% step over, stock to leave on walls. That's how I'm going to do that. Okay. Clearance 1 inch. Make sure these are in absolute. Save. Okay. Green check. There you go. That's how you want to rough out pretty much everything in Mastercmam. Once you get it down, it's going to be very successful for you. So you're going to come in here, face, contour. You're going to do them hog outs. All right. I know I went about it a roundabout way, but I'm trying to go about it a roundabout way. So then I show you guys more stuff. All right. So now let's just go back to this contour. So now technically we don't need this contour, do we, at all? Let's just delete that. Delete that out of there. All we got to do is finish it with our 1/8 inch end mill. We're going to scoot through that line, and we're going to scoot through the top of that. So this is where we're at right now for the end of the video. We did 3 tool paths, a dynamic rough out, a contour, and a face. Go to slow. Yeah, went around twice. All right, now when it gets to this, you're going to want to speed it up. See how I roughed that out just beautifully like that? So that's where we're at, right there. So tune in next Thursday. We're going to keep programming this sucker out, and it's going to be programmed to the point where it's 100% going to work. All right? Take it easy.